Investment advisory and financial planning services are offered through Simplicity Wealth LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute nor endorse of the firm, nor does it indicate that the advisor has attained a particular level of skill nor ability. Investing involves risk of loss. Insurance, consulting, and education services offered through Diamond Life Planning is a separate and unaffiliated entity from Simplicity Wealth. This information is provided as a general information and is not intended to be specific financial guidance. Before you make any decisions regarding your personal financial situation, you should consult a financial or tax professional to discuss your individual circumstances and objectives.
Welcome to the Rock My Finances show on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV, where we put the fun in finance. Join Powerhouse Jennifer Joseph, CDFA, CMC, and Private Wealth Advisor, as she collaborates with you to create clarity, control, and confidence with your money, your way. It's not about the zeros, so what is it all about? Let's find out. Now here's your host and weekly friend, Jennifer Joseph.
Welcome you all back to this wonderful podcast. It's so fun because we talk about money. Love me some money. Love it, love it, love it. Today is all about rebuilding financially after 50 years old, 60 years old. I mean, it could be any age, really. If you've just been taken out at the knees or you feel like it's too late, whatever it is, you feel like you're just too far behind, this episode is for you. So women look at their finances and they quietly wonder, did I miss my chance? Right? Like a lot of people talk about a big stock hit or whatever, Tesla, all these great things. And did I miss my chance? Is it too late for me? How do I rebuild from here? A divorce, a trauma, or a loss of someone. And maybe no one even knows you're carrying these thoughts, because on the outside, you may look very strong, very capable, very successful, and holding it all together. But internally, you're feeling very overwhelmed, discouraged, and maybe even slightly scared about your future, right? Maybe life did not go according to plan. Okay, that's the biggest statement in the world, right? Maybe, of course, life doesn't go according to plan. So divorce, widowhood, caregiving, a health crisis, financial betrayal, business struggles, raising children by yourself. I was a single mom for many, many years, 10 years, supporting everyone else first, starting over in the next chapter of life. Just that. It could be as simple as that. How do I start over where I'm at now? And now you're looking around wondering, how did I get here? How did I get here financially? My kitty cat's in the background. Sorry if you hear her. Let's first all take a breath. I would pick her up if she was close to me. Take a big, deep breath. Stretch your arms up a little bit. Get some more air in that diaphragm. Because rebuilding financially after 40, 50, even 60 is way more common than you realize. And no, it's not too late. It's almost never too late. There's always something that we can do. A woman's financial journey is just rarely a linear experience. It's just not. One of the biggest problems traditional financial messaging is that we assume that life moves in a straight upward trajectory, right? Go to school, build a career, save consistently, retire comfortably. But women's lives are much more layered than that. Many women pause careers to raise children, care for aging parents, support spouses. We go through divorces. We experience grief. Start over after a loss is not easy. There's going to be time there to grieve, rebuild after emotional or even financial trauma. It's a lot of time spent with our emotions that are never discussed about in the financial world. During these seasons, financial growth often slows down. Luna, be quiet. This does not mean that you failed by any means. And this does not mean that you're done. It just means that, hey, guess what, girl? You lived a life. Yep, you lived a life. Now, was it the life you planned? Probably not. I don't know anybody that's planned their life completely. Almost nothing of what I've done so far has been a plan. But that emotional weight of feeling behind is just sits there, right? And feeling behind creates enormous stress. So I don't want you to feel behind. I got to pick up the cat because she's driving me crazy. Say hi to Luna, y'all. Okay, many women carry a lot of shame, embarrassment, regret, comparison of others, your neighbors, your family, somebody that you might have met, comparison to new, your kids' new families, your neighbors. I moved here in a 55 and older community, so I could compare to everybody around me, right? Because we're all going to the same thing. We might have anxiety about aging and not being able to get out there and work and make the same amount of money as we've always been able to make, because we've always been able to just go make money. Well, we can't do that when we get older, right? Or our bodies deteriorate and we're just too darn tired. All right, let's put her there and see what happens. Okay, fear of running out of time. I have been experiencing this, I can tell you now, I think since I was 59. I'm 62 now. And, time's running out. Like, it just is. And that's just a fact of life. My mom shows up in the mirror in my face and in my legs. Like, what is all this? So, and I know that I'm in the last half. And I feel like I got so much more to do, so much more to say, many more people to help. And so that's just a part of life that we need to deal with. And it's really good to deal with in community. I have my soul sisters, I have an amazing group of friends that I do this with, and we need that support. Social media just makes it worse, don't it? Like, if you're a scroller, put that phone down, girl. Go do some push-ups or walk around the block or pick some flowers and smell some flowers. Social media just is such FOMO. Like, we have such FOMO when we're looking at what other people are doing, because we feel like we're not there. And they're showing you maybe the best day that they have had all month. And we feel like, wow, they have that every day. And that's just not accurate. We see people talking about $1 million retirements, several million here, several million there. Early retirement. I know that I have retired several people early. And I love that. We hear people talk about investment portfolios and luxury lifestyles. Meanwhile, you're just trying to figure out, how do I create stability from here? When we look at other people's lives and what they're doing, it is dangerous. Please do not compare. Just don't even go there, because your timeline is very different than anyone else's timeline. Everyone's story is different, and everyone is at a different starting point throughout their whole life. Your chapter is not over just because your timeline looks different. Rebuilding starts with honesty, not shame. So we just got to get real. That's all, ladies. We just got to get real with ourselves. We just got to get real with where we're at so that we can move from here. The first step is honesty, not judgment, not punishment, and not panic. Just awareness. Step one, right? We just got to be aware. So where are you today? How much income do you have? How much of that green's coming in? I love it. Where's it coming from? This is what you do at your weekly money date. You make your spreadsheet your favorite colors. You have your nice favorite drink. You have your music on. The lighting's perfect. Candles lit, whatever it takes. And we're going to talk about it, right? We're going to do this. Where is the income that you're coming? Where's it coming from? Does debt exist? Where's your debt? Now I have on my spreadsheets, if you have credit card debt, I want to know any loans that you have, the date it's due, the interest rate you're paying. Most people don't know the interest rate that they're paying on credit cards. If you carry a balance, right? On your car loan, what's your interest rate on your car loan? What's your interest rate on your mortgage, on your rental properties, your buildings, whatever you have? I want to know the interest rates, the due dates, the balance, and the monthly payments on your spreadsheet for sure. Do you have any other assets that you can put in the asset column that's paid off? Your house might be paid off. That's awesome. What lifestyle do you truly want? This is where we go inside. So in the mornings, we journal, we listen to music, we move, we do all these wonderful things in our morning rituals. This is where we look at, okay, where do we really want our life to be? Do we want to be, with kids? Do we want to be traveling, our grandkids? Do we want to be traveling? What do we want? We just want to go take 6 months and do nothing. I have a client that just got laid off. It's like, I'm doing nothing for 6 months. Exactly. You're doing nothing for 6 months. Like, just take a breath, relax, and look for what you like. What do you like? Who are you without this job every day, right? What expenses actually matter to you? And what expenses don't matter to you? Clarity reduces fear. I promise you, this is going to be the biggest thing that you can possibly do. Avoidance increases fear. I promise you that as well. Many women stay overwhelmed just because they avoid looking at their finances. So grab a friend. Hey, grab a money coach. Just saying, because we look at every dime in your household and we switch your energy and belief around that so that you actually love looking at your money. The numbers are just simply information. It's not your worth. It's not your intelligence. It's not your identity. It has nothing to do with who you are and the difference you're going to make in this life. It is just the zeros in your bank account. That makes sense? It's never too late to create financial confidence. Never, never, never. So now let's redefine success. Everyone has a different word around success in a meeting, right? So rebuilding financially after 50, 60, 40, whatever. It's not about becoming a billionaire overnight. That's not what it's all about. It's about creating stability. It's creating the sense of financial freedom. It's easy to say, I wish I had $1 million, or I need 2 million to retire, or whatever. And your brain just goes, I can't even accept that. So we're going to rephrase that to, I am on my path to financial freedom. Doesn't that feel great? That's going to help reduce stress. We want to build confidence. We want to make intentional decisions, not reactive decisions. Creating income clarity. Right there, you're going to feel so good. That might actually tell you need to ask for a raise or raise your prices as a business owner. Simplifying life. If you've got accounts all over the place, old 401ks here, old IRAs here, all this stuff, we want to simplify that. You want a financial advisor. You want to get that all in the same place so that you can actually really see it as on a one-pager. I always give my clients a one-page bucket plan so you can see everything you have on one page. If you like several companies, that's fine, but I still want to be able to see it on one page. Let's protect your future. We want to build peace of mind. So here's some tips for rebuilding financially with more peace of mind, okay? We need to know your monthly must-pay number first. So your essentials, which is housing, food, healthcare, transportation. That's what we need to know while you're working right now. How much is it right now, a day in the life of you that you must have? Then we're going to build in hobbies as discretionary spending. We also want to build in a small emergency cushion to make sure that you're not going to your credit cards every time there's a crisis. We want to automate bills. Now, I have a client that does not trust banks, does not trust automation. She drives around still and drops off her checks to bills. I ain't got time for that. I just do not have time for that. So as much as you can, we want to have things automatically. Did you ever read that book, Automatic Millionaire? If you automatically have savings coming out and going to a separate account, automatic have things, it's not stressing you out and it's not taking room in your psyche so that you can go do the things that you create freedom and feeling of peace of mind around and fun. I mean, let's face it, my other favorite word is fun. We need more fun in our life. So we want to be able to reduce our mental load as much as possible. Avoid making major emotional financial decisions when you're stressed or overwhelmed or hungry or hangry, as they say. Let's not make decisions there. We want to get in the right frame of mind before we make emotional decisions. So reducing our stress, we're going to stop avoiding our numbers. Yep, we're going to put our big girl panties on and we're going to check out our numbers. Uncertainty creates more anxiety than reality, I promise you. That's why I have 100% success in my coaching program, because 100% of the time this is real. Scheduling our money date. Unsubscribing from our financial shame and comparison online. Don't go there. Don't look there. If anything's bothering you, don't go back. Create simple systems instead of trying to become perfect overnight. We just want automatic systems. Remember, financial peace comes from clarity, not from pretending everything is okay, and not from avoidance. Building confidence. Woohoo! That's what I want to do, right? That comes from action, not waiting until you're ready, but small little actions. Learn from a financial topic one at a time. If you have so much anxiety you can't even do that, then that's where we got to talk first. Is we got to talk about anxiety and stress without bringing money into it. Because if money just completely sends you over the edge, I don't want that. I want you to be able to manifest some peace in your life before you start bringing up the money. So there will be times that as a coach, I will say, take a step back. Let's get your life, yourself, your stress under management, your anxiety under management first before we start digging into our money. And I know that's weird from a financial advisor and a money coach, but it could take a month, it could take a week, it could take 90 days. I don't know. It's probably not going to take longer than that. Most of my programs are 90 days to 6 months. And by 6 months, you have it all dialed in and you're good. But sometimes we've got to take care of you first. Then we dive into maybe like Social Security, because that's an income stream, right? So that's kind of fun. Maybe we're going to dive into spending plans. If that's stressing you out, you want to get that nailed in. Maybe we're going to look at, hey, what other income do I have coming in retirement? How can I reduce my debt? How can I plan for future healthcare? Then we're going to celebrate the small wins. Every time we pay down debt, woohoo, we are going to celebrate. You're going to give yourself a perk, small perk, don't go buy a car, don't go on a 5-star vacation, but you're going to give yourself a perk. I promise you every time. Let's celebrate small wins. Let's say you've never looked at anything. You were a total ostrich, like hiding from everything. And now you're opening your statements. Woohoo! That's all it takes. One little step forward. We have to celebrate. I have all my clients do a money dance. Here's my money dance. Woohoo! I'm doing it. Yep. I got it under control and I'm feeling better. Woo-hoo-hoo. So my hips are shaking, my knees are shaking, my waist is shaking, my shoulders, my arms, my head, my voice, everything. I am getting into my body right now. I crushed it. I'm a badass. I'm a badass with my money and I'm on my path to clarity and control, right? That's all it takes. One little step forward. Maybe we start saving consistently. I had a lot of clients in the very beginning with their journey is to do the Acorn app, to where when they purchased something, it would round up and go into a savings account for them. And then I had them spend that savings account every month, but they had to look for what they wanted to spend it on for 3 days. So they're telling their brain subconsciously that they're wealthy while they're shopping for whatever they're going to. It could be $50, it could be $500 in that account. So they had to spend it every month, though, on something that they truly just for them, that they thoroughly enjoyed. So all of this makes them think about what they like, think about what makes them happy, think about spending money intentionally, not just by a whim, and putting themselves first. It accomplished so much, and it just literally helped them manifest more and more. It was great. Asking financial questions. Get online, ask some questions that you're wondering about. Here's the caveat to that. You're only going to get the answer to the question that you asked. You're not going to get the full answer. So please, I've had so many clients email me their online information back and it's not the full thing. Please do not go by just that. Always run it by your advisor or your coach because you're not getting full accurate information online. And let's stop telling ourselves we're bad with money. Women, a lot of us were not taught. And we just don't know what we're doing. So I can tell you some of my best clients are women investors. They are so amazing. It's so fun to work with them. So let's take that out of your vocabulary and be aware of what you're saying. Like, what are the words you're using when you're talking about yourself? We all beat ourselves up so much. Now we're going to make intentional decisions. We're going to ask ourselves, does this align with the life that I want? Am I buying from emotion or attention? Will this reduce my stress or will it just create more later down the road? Intentional living also means saying no sometimes, right? Yep. And creating some boundaries. I have my spending plan for this summer. And that's what I'm sticking to. Like, I just got asked to do something else, and that would have been another $45. I'm like, a month. And I'm like, nope, not adding that to my spending plan. Would I love to do that? Of course. Do I deserve to do that? Of course. Do I feel better that I said no? After I said no, yes. Now I feel great because I put myself first and my boundaries first. Let's choose what really matters to us. protecting your energy and your finances. You come first. So creating income clarity. We need to know exactly what's coming in. We need to know exactly what's going out. And we need to know daily, monthly, sometimes it's quarterly, semi-annually, annually. We need to bust all those out. And then we also need to know what's irregular. Like I bought a house last year, so I'm not going to have a lot of those costs again this year. I bought a car last year. I'm not going to have that sales tax and all that cost this year, right? What is avoidable? What would you like to change? Once you get everything that you're spending money on, now you can go back and go, okay, do I want to do that still? Because guess what? You are at choice. Let me say that again. You are at choice. Guess what? Oh, let me say that again. You are at choice. Oh my God, I love it. So I just went on this trip. So we are part of the Freedom Book Club here. And we just did a friend and I just did our education and the classes and all the online stuff. And then we just went out with the captain yesterday to make sure that we can dock right, pull in the slip right, drive the boat right, plane, all that stuff, and anchor and all that. So that was fun. It was really fun yesterday. And the captain literally said over 10 times, do not throttle when you're pulling in the slip. Do not push the throttle. Idle throttle only, like over and over and over and over again. It's like, okay, I get it. I've driven boats for a while, so I get that. But if you're new at this, you have to repetitively tell yourself something to get it in your brain correctly. So it's not about the zeros. How do you like that? It's not about the zeros. So we're going to create a spending plan and not the restrictive budgeting. I want you to be able to spend your money, have a good time, but you are at choice. I'm going to say it again. You are at choice. You can easily say, thank you, water company, for sending me water on the bill and send it into them. You don't have to pay them. You're choosing to pay that company because you're choosing to have water. I mean, come on. And let's be grateful for it. I don't know about you, but I flush my toilet every night. Every night. I never dug one ditch. I never climbed one pole for electricity. And I'm just like, thank you, water company, for letting me have this water throughout the month. And here's my payment. Like, let's be grateful for the things that we didn't have to do. I didn't have to climb any telephone poles and hang any PG&E wires or gas wires or whatever they do with all this electrical stuff. So yeah, I'm grateful for that. So thank you. Let's consider, if you are in the rebuilding phase, let's consider part-time work. It's not going to be forever, but sometimes a consistent paycheck coming in feels really good, right? Sometimes it feels really good. Let's consider consulting maybe, or something that you can share. Let's consider a side hustle. Let's consider monetizing our skills. Do you cook well? Do you organize well? Do you pack well? Do you help people with airline flights well? Do you garden well? Anything like that. Let's consider making some money on the other end. Also helps with taxes as well. Downsizing expenses temporarily. Remember, nothing is forever. There's nothing more certain than change, per my dad. Nothing more certain than change. So this is just for right now when you're rebuilding. Focus on cash flow, sustainability, and not on appearances out there and what it looks like. Simplify your life, y'all, and you can do this. I promise you. Protecting your future is going to build peace of mind. I promise you, it's going to feel so amazing. We actually have so much more strength than we realize. And when we're put to the test, we can rebuild from any age at any time with the right amount of support. It just requires small daily shifts. I want you to be able to know that you can actually start over at any age, and you can be able to say, I rock my finances.
We appreciate you joining us today, and don't forget to subscribe to the Rock My Finances YouTube channel for more engagement and bonus content. Tell me, what is your money story? Let's find out with Jennifer right here on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV. It's not about the zero, it's about the F word, feelings. Feelings Jennifer can't wait to explore with you next week. Until then, let's all say, I rock my finances.